Friday. Thanks for coming. I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope you're able to join us today. It was a crazy idea that we decided to do, and so I thought, since it's the first time we've ever done mystery bundles, that I thought you might have some questions. So I thought I would come here on Friday to answer any questions you might have and see how I can help ease your mind, thinking like, oh, these mystery bundles, I don't know what I'm gonna get. How do I, what? But if you love our bags, you know that you're gonna get something good. And so I thought I would highlight a couple of the ideas and kind of tell you a little bit better about why we decided to do it. So if you read the newsletter or you saw the newsletter, when I first started the business, I did 4 seasons, so which is kind of a crazy thing to do as a young designer. I was making way more bags than I could sell. I just didn't have a big enough audience, but I wanted to do it, and I was working with stores, and I was building my business around stores and the general retail season of what the consumers know about. You go into a store and you're buying your clothes for fall, your stuff for fall, your stuff for spring or summer or holiday or whatnot. So that's what I did, and I just felt like that's what I was supposed to do, was design 4 seasons. And as I grew, I was just making more. And what ended up happening is that each season I didn't sell out, and I wasn't a big department store where I can mark everything down to 90% off and do these crazy end of season sales, because my prices were too high. I needed to be able to keep selling the product, so I didn't do a lot of sales in the beginning. As you notice, I have done, I do have a good sales section, and they're marked down anywhere from 20% off, all the way down to 60% off. So there is a point in a young designer's career where you're like, I just need to get my money back so that I can move forward and make more product, and I can develop new styles, and I can do stuff. So we thought it would be fun to do mystery bundles. We had a friend out in Ohio, a company called Dietology, and she does a lot of great pieces, and so she did this mystery bundle thing, and I thought, that's a great idea. One, it could be a combination of a couple things. So part of the point was to potentially introduce you to a new style that maybe you haven't purchased before, or a color that we think you would love. So we are going to look at your past history, so you're not going to get something that you've already purchased. I mean, that's not fun. We might give you accessories that match something that you have purchased in the past, and give you a new color that we think would be great, whether that's a neutral or a color. We pay attention to what you're talking about, what you comment on, and we just thought it was a fun way to allow us to kind of interact with you guys, and maybe even show you a style that you never knew you might love. And if you don't love it, it makes a really great gift. So that's part of why we wanted to do these mystery bundles. So if you guys have any questions on them, let me know, because I would love to answer any questions or concerns that you might have if you haven't purchased the bundle. If you're not sure what they are, what that means, go ahead and, gosh, I don't know how it works on here. Do you just raise your hand? Do you wave? Or ask a question, like you're not sure what I'm talking about. I'm just talking gibberish according to you. So the bundles basically are, you're guaranteed 3 pieces. And typically what that will mean will be one of our regular, handbags, and then probably 2 accessories with it. The accessories can vary in sizes from, as small as, actually brought a few out. One of our key fobs, which, are great, especially right now, with carrying keys from your car to your house. the tassels, which make fun tassels. Can you give us an example? Yes, Carol. So for like an example would be maybe you get a mini Pamela and a Dylan and an Anna. That way you have like a fun little kind of combination. You can keep something or you can gift it. You might get, you could even get a Lauren. You might get one of our Laurens with maybe like a day wallet and a key fob. You know, the combinations are going to be, for the most part, like a main style bag, whether that's a Lauren bag or whether that's the mini Pamela I just showed you. Could be a Carrie. It could be a mini Lauren. So what we also did on there, Carol, is because we realized sometimes the Lauren can be too big for some people, and sometimes Nikki might be too small for somebody. They don't want a small bag. So we thought with the mystery bundles, we would just do two sizes, like a small, medium, and a large. So that would help us kind of direct ourselves on you and what you're wanting. That also, the large also includes our Pamelas. This is what the mini Pamela came from, and this is a bag that I do want to bring back. We were playing around with a couple of them. The strap used to be just a nice short, strap to wear, as a shoulder. This is a great traveling bag. I know we're not really traveling right now, but it could be a great travel bag. We also made a couple where we did some adjustable straps. We thought those would be fun to see if we wanted to make this, an adjustable strap bag. We didn't have a ton of leather, so it's more of a long shoulder bag. Unless you're a smaller person, you could probably wear it crossbody. So we wanted to kind of create like an option so that you're not like completely off the wall of what we think. And if you're a regular customer, we're going to definitely look at your order history, and we're going to look at what we think would complement or what we think you might like that you might not necessarily, pull the bullet and make that purchase because, you're not sure. We thought if we give you a steal of a deal, that gives you kind of the option to do it without, spending too much money, but we want to be able to give you some fun little accessories so that you can either accessorize with the bag that you're getting, or you can use these as great gifts. If you know me from anything, I want this to be something that you love and use, but I also want to maybe surprise you with a style that you may not have purchased in the past that I think you might love. Or if you have too many of one or the other, I might kind of gear it that way. But if I also know you love a certain bag, I'll probably try and find a color in that bag that I think would be great for you. So it's kind of, it's our first trial and error at the mystery bundles. So there's really no exact way we're doing it. We're just kind of playing it by ear, so to speak. I hope that helps, Carol, explain it a little bit. These were, for the most part, these were kind of, the idea behind them was to give our regulars and our good customers a really great price point on some really great items that they can then share with their friends and gift them, or do something like that without spending a lot of money. But if you just do a sale, then it's just not as fun, I don't think. I don't know if that helps. And there's a couple things, like for instance, there's let's see, like this is Rosarito Beach in the Share crossbody. For some reason, I think this was the season we switched from it being a wristlet to being a crossbody, and then next thing I know, I didn't realize that we didn't have any of these online, because basically we were selling them at events. There's a couple bags that we just never took the time to take photos of them, but they're still great bags, great leather. because I just only had a handful of them, and to pay a photographer to photograph the bags and go through all that, we can just take them to events and sell them, because they're just like any of the other bags on our website. I think, that sucks for now because we're not having events. So people aren't able to come and discover this bag at an event. And they may want this bag and love this bag, and it's not online anywhere for them to purchase. So we thought this would be a great opportunity to kind of, go through some of this stuff and really get it to the people who we think would love it. If you're a new customer, that's where the small, medium, and the large come into play. It could be, if you're really nervous about something, you can write us a note and we can, do our best. I mean, obviously you can't, the whole point is not to like say, I want this bag. But like if you are more, like you just don't like brights, or you're just not an orange bag person, or you love blue bags, or something like that. I mean, if you comment with that, I mean, we will try our best to accommodate you. It's just more of a fun kind of, let's just see what you can get, and then it's like a total surprise when it comes in the mail, and it's a fun way to kind of really get and see maybe a style that you didn't know that you might love. And you might discover a style that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I never purchased this style before. Or this color goes with everything in my wardrobe. We just thought it would be a great fun way to kind of allow you the freedom to discover something at a really good price point. Hi, Megan. Hope everything's good in Ohio. I just saw your masks online. They look awesome, by the way. If anyone's in the game for some fun, great masks, Megan Lee Designs. So we just thought it would be a fun way to kind of really take some of our inventory that we just didn't get online, or you haven't seen before, but it's still like all the colors and all the styles that we've made in the past. So it's all going to be something that you're familiar with. And we may send you a fun tassel that matches one of the bags that you've ordered in the past. I mean, it's really all open, but I just want you to know and be secure in the fact that we're not going to just take like the brightest colors out of our inventory and send them out. We're not going to take damaged goods or anything like that. Like, we're not taking some of any of our old fabric bags. Like, it's all leather goods. It's all bags that will stand the test of time. It's all designs that we're currently selling. It's all that and above, and really helps you kind of say, oh, I want a larger bag, or I want more of a smaller bag. And some of the smaller bags are lower price points, so we might do a higher price point accessory with them. We'll balance it all out so that everybody's getting like a good deal. I mean, I think we valued them anywhere between like $300 and $400, somewhere right around there. So at $178, you're almost getting 50% off at bare minimum, let alone up to like 60% off. I haven't done the math, but so yeah, if you have any other questions, now's the time to ask. I hope that answered them. We even have some of the Kimberleys. I think this is a black suede. I just haven't gotten online yet. I mean, you may get that. I don't know. Let's see what else is on there. We're phasing out the wristlets, but they're still great wristlets. I know some of you love our wristlets. I get posts all the time on Facebook how much this fits and how easy it is to run around with our wristlets. We only have a handful of colors left, so it's really hard to showcase them online, but these are part of it. I mean, pretty much everything is part of it, and we're just going to balance it out between what big bag and what accessories that you're going to get. So, and I didn't wave to Carrie earlier. So I don't know if anyone else has any questions or concerns. I don't know. Hopefully I addressed them. Is anyone else drinking wine? I hope so. I hope so. I'm actually drinking. It's actually a really cool thing. My friend for my birthday, gifted me, it's like 9 tubes, and each tube is like a glass of wine, so I get to try out. It's kind of like my mystery bundles. I don't know what kind of wine it is, but I'm going to try it out and see if I like it. So that was really cool. Thanks, Liz. So Carol, does that help you at all? Does that give you an idea? Do you want more examples? Like it could be a Nikki bag. Did I not bring out a Nikki?
Should I get one?
I didn't bring out a Nikki. Yeah, go ahead, and that would be great. So it might be a Nikki bag with like a wristlet and a tassel. It could be a wristlet and a key fob. It could be the share crossbody. It really could be a mixture of like anything. That's from the shelf, right? So I mean, a lot of this is, a combination, and it's just, we'll do the math and kind of add up and make sure you're getting the value that, you should be getting. It helps. I'm debating doing that or buying my Carol, if you're very specific about the color you want, it's probably better to just buy the color, especially if it's like a full price, because depending, we'll debate on whether the full price are going to be included in this or not. It'll just depend on the math. We want to keep that value around that $300 to $400. So, and you're getting 3 pieces. So that's kind of the dealio. I mean, it's really important. I think the key to think about is, as a designer, like I said in the beginning, like we finally did start making more of bags that have sold out. For a while there, once it sold out, it sold out. So I am bringing back more, and I'm making more of our popular colors and things like that, because it allows me to do things like the guitar straps. Like, I'm super excited. I'm actually posting a couple examples on our Facebook group page tomorrow, and I want to get people to vote on that. So if you're on our Facebook group page, just pay attention. We have some of our guitar strap samples. I mean, it's just the ribbons, but we'll pair it with either a kind of a camel leather or a black leather. The exciting part is we're going to start working with some new hooks. I really like these hooks. This is a gold, but we will still do right now the antique brass and the nickel. We're going to be upgrading all of our hooks on our bags for 2001. Starting fall 2001, all of our bags should have these hooks. This was something that I want to do some leather wrist straps. Like, this is super fun. We thought this would be like a fun little addition to our guitar straps, kind of rock and roll music-y. We want to do some solid ones with some of our Nikki riveted studs, down the side, but like a solid leather piece. So, doing these mystery bundles helps us kind of evolve and create and do more designs, because it gives us more cash flow in order to do that. So, and we just, again, thought it would be a fun way to have a surprise in the mail. Not knowing what you're going to get is part of it, but knowing that you're going to probably love it, and like I said, be pleasantly surprised. I mean, that was our whole goal in doing this, was to kind of try something new, and see how you guys respond, and see what you guys think of it and like it. And so if you've ordered a bundle and when you get it, please let us know. They are final sale, just because it's just too complicated to try and figure out what's worth what and what's, what you'd want to exchange and whatnot. So they are final sale. But like I said, we will definitely pay attention to where you live, what bags you've purchased from us in the past. If we know you really well, we'll try and gear it towards, something we think that you're gonna love. And I'd like to think that I know my customers fairly well. It's more of a kind of, you got to just take that leap of faith and think, I might discover something that I love even more than what I might originally think of buying. But you just have to be in that state of mind and be open to that. If you're not and you know what you want specifically, then that might be the better bet. So I hope that helps. We're trying to end the sale tonight. We're trying to sell it in limited amounts, but we definitely do have a handful left in both sizes. That just helps us know that, if you definitely don't want like a Lauren bag or like a big, Pamela or a Lauren, then choose a small medium, and we'll gear it towards you that way. If you're definitely wanting a larger bag, then put large. Anything we could do to help kind of streamline it for you, we will. But thanks so much for joining us on a Friday. I hope that answered all your questions, and I hope that it gave you a little bit more of an insight into what it is, but it's supposed to be a surprise. They're mysteries. So have a wonderful weekend, and stay safe. I know right now, we're just breathing here in Chicago. It's the state has separated a bunch of community or counties, whatever, and made different rules and whatnot. So I hope that you are being safe. We just got word that the One of a Kind show for the holiday has been canceled. So if you are thinking of coming or were thinking about coming to that, that will no longer be an option. So we are going to do what we can to do online stuff and have fun programs like the miscellaneous bundles, and word of mouth is huge to us, so continue to tell others how much you love it. Yes, Carol, the hair on hide. We're doing a brown and white hair on hide. I'm really excited. We're working on the care card for that as well. I've been using mine a ton, and I haven't really noticed, little bits of wear and tear, but not a ton. So if you have any feedback, Carol, go ahead and email me that, because I would love to get your feedback. But we're working on that, and we're working on a leather page still for the website. I'm just super excited about, introducing some smaller leather price point, goods, and the guitar straps I'm super excited about. So yeah, and there's a couple other hair on hides that I'm looking at, Carol, so any feedback on that would be great as well. And other sizes. I'm tempted to make the hair on hide in an Edie tote, so let me know what you think of that. And then we're, pricing everything out. So have a great weekend, guys. Again, stay safe, and we will see you next Friday at 5 Central Standard Time for another Facebook Live. Okay, bye everybody.